On this planet, there are countless amazing animals, each of them exhibiting their own stunning characteristics. Each and every one of them are the successful results of thousands of years of evolution, which crafted them to fit seamlessly into their environment. Today, our focus lies deep inside the forests of Borneo, the Bornean Orangutan.
This is a Bornean orangutan. It belongs to the species of Bornean orangutans, which is just one of the many critically endangered species in our world. The scientific name of Bornean orangutans is Pongo pygmaeus. The Bornean orangutan species is related to other species in the same genus Pongo, including the Sumatran orangutans and Tapanuli orangutans. It is also from the family Hominidae, including apes, chimpanzees, gorillas, and even humans. The Bornean orangutan lives in the terrestrial forest called Dipterocarp mosaic forest found in the Borneo Islands of Malaysia and Indonesia. Borneo is the third largest island in the world, and it is found in Southeast Asia along with a few other Indonesian islands. The forests have a tropical climate zone, and it is high in both temperatures and humidity. It often experiences the common convectional thunderstorms and rain in Borneo. Three biotic factors of Borneo are over 15,000 different species of plants, over 3,000 different insect species, and more than 230 mammal species. It shares a natural habitat with all the plant, insect, and other mammal species. Three abiotic factors characterizing its natural habitat are hot temperatures, large amounts of precipitation, and the soils rich in nutrients.
The Bornean orangutan is a homeothermic and endothermic organism. This means that it is able to maintain a constant body temperature despite changes in the environment, such as the continuous climate changes or other selection pressures. It is also capable of using the energy it consumes to keep its body temperature at a favorable level. The Bornean orangutan is an omnivore, especially frugivore, so it eats mainly fruits, plants, and sometimes meat. It typically feeds on wild figs, insects, honey, and more. There are many fun and interesting facts about this animal. One of them is that the three orangutan species are Bornean, Sumatran, and Tapanuli. They are found in the same region of the world, but different islands. All three species are critically endangered. They spend most of their lives just swinging through the canopies of the rainforest to explore and find new resources, including food and mates. Also, their arms are so long that they are 1.5 times longer than their legs, and their hands can stretch to their ankles when they're standing up straight. They are dexterous, which means that they are capable of using both hands and feet to gather food and travel through the trees. Adult males develop flaps of fatty tissues on both sides of their face, which are called phalanges, when they are fully mature at around age 35. Some females may consider phalanges when selecting a mate. Some of them may use tools or specifically sticks to help gather food out of tree holes, such as termites, ants, or bees.
Since the Bornean orangutan lives in a terrestrial forest ecosystem, it also has adaptations that help them survive. A structural adaptation is its long feet and arms that allows it to grasp onto branches of trees to make traveling around easier. These long feet and arms are unique to the orangutan species. This adaptation is important to it because it helps it find food easily and also escape from its natural predators. Another structural adaptation unique to it is a thick red hair that covers almost the entirety of its body. This thick hair protects it from the natural elements in the forest, and it also makes climbing trees more comfortable since trees are rough and can cause damage such as splinters. A behavioral adaptation that it possesses is bending branches and leaves at night to form nest platforms as a temporary shelter. These nest platforms provide it safety and a place to rest. A physiological adaptation is its unique vocal communication system. Males of the Bornean orangutan species with prominent cheek pads use a long call that can last a few minutes and can be heard kilometers away. It uses this loud call to attract others of its own species, thus allowing interaction with one another and grouping together for protection. Females are only capable of giving birth every 7 to 8 years, which is an extremely low birth rate, and also one of the causes for the Bornean orangutan species being critically endangered. Notably, they have the most prolonged childhood dependence on the mother of any animal in the world, lasting 6 to 8 years. This is because young orangutans fully depend on their mother to learn the necessary skills to live alone successfully.
The Bornean orangutan provides ecosystem services through seed dispersal and being part of an umbrella species. An umbrella species is a species that will help protect many other species through conservation of it. Since it is a frugitivore, it eats fruits primarily, but its body does not digest the seeds. When the seeds are excreted, they are dispersed around the forest. This will indirectly contribute to the well-being of the forest because by maintaining the diversity of plants in the forest, it is protecting the forest from pollution, human activities, and other causes of ecosystem degradation. This protects the environment and prevents habitat loss that will affect human well-being in the near future. It being part of an umbrella species is very important to the ecosystem since it helps other endangered species that also live in the same rainforest. Protecting Bornean orangutans is the equivalent to supporting the ecosystem because their ecosystem services to the rainforest are essential and contribute to reducing carbon emissions and regulating water cycles. The three major threats of HIPCO affecting the Bornean orangutan species are habitat loss, illegal hunting, and wildfires. Approximately a third of the Bornean orangutan range was in commercial forest reserve that were exploited for timber. 45% was in forest areas earmarked for conversion to agriculture or other land uses. The current development plans will result in the loss of more than half of the current Bornean orangutan range on the island of Borneo in the next 50 years. Poaching of Bornean orangutans is also another major cause of their declining population. Surveys conducted in Kalimantan have shown that several dozen individuals were killed every year for meat consumption to mitigate conflicts or for other reasons. Wildfires that occur in Borneo every year are also responsible for the significant loss of Bornean orangutan species habitat. In 2015, more than 200,000 square kilometers of the Bornean orangutan range was lost to wildfires, which was linked to climate change, resulting in hundreds of orangutan deaths.
The fires have destroyed large forestal areas on multiple different islands.
Humans are taking conservation projects to prevent the Bornean orangutan species from going extinct. We have established safe sites that protect the Borneo rainforest in order to protect the degraded forest areas, and also protect the Bornean orangutan range. We have launched several anti-poaching laws that prevent the hunting of Bornean orangutans, and also laws that reduce pollution, which damages the rainforest of the island of Borneo. Based on present research and evidence, we can assume that the Bornean orangutans will go extinct if the measures of conservation do not improve. According to research about habitat loss for Bornean orangutans from Anomalia, the constant habitat degradation and climate change have severely damaged the rainforest. If the Bornean orangutan were to lose their home, then it will lead to a sharp population decline, and they will be one step closer to extinction. Bhutan is an organization created 23 years ago by founder Isabel Lackman, a primatologist who moved to Kinabatangan in Borneo to study Bornean orangutans. Dr. Lackman studied the critically endangered Bornean orangutans and came to a conclusion of conservation issues being too pressing. If no actions were taken to reduce the threats, then there would be no orangutans left to study. Bhutan works to continue saving land for Kinabatangan's hundreds of orangutans by connecting reserves to protect the populations.
Just remember, Bornean orangutans are beautiful and caring animals that deserve our thoughts and assistance. Moving forward, let's make their species significant again.